My main thing here is that I wanted to try to take away that pressure that people feel when they go to gyms, and try to make a place where they felt comfortable coming in just as they are, flaws and all. Everyone in my family always used to say, you're just like your grandfather, you love to eat, you eat everything. And I'm like, yeah, and that's great, but I'm gonna end up, you know, like him sort of in his last years where he was just immobile and couldn't do anything. I really saw his health decline, and I was as big as he was, and I was 18 years old. I knew that I had to do something, or else I was gonna kind of end up in the similar places. And so I started at a gym in a female facility, and I started doing group training. I lost 100 pounds, so essentially I went from 280 pounds. There was a point in my life where I'd seen the 300 mark, and then I got down to as little as 180 pounds. So that was my kind of 100-pound mark, but I didn't maintain it. And so I would gain 10 and then lose it again, and then I'd gain 20 and then lose a bit. So now, like, I don't say 100 pounds lost anymore. Like, yes, at one point I did lose 100 pounds. Now it's about 50 pounds, but yet I'm still relatively the same size as I was when I had lost that 100 pounds. And so then that's my way to teach people that we shouldn't be focusing on the scale. Instead of focusing on that scale and that number, we should just focus on our strength and our flexibility and our endurance and our confidence. My goal is to be as comfortable as I can, because I know that slowly people will start to catch on to that, and they have. You know, people are wearing shorts for the first time in here. They're, you know, going without their shirt for the first time in their life, and those things, like, I'm seeing it catch on, so I do it more. I think, yeah, the confidence would probably be the coolest thing I've gained. Yeah. I also had a lot of friends in the LGBTQ2S+ community who expressed the same sort of concerns and nervousness about going into a co-ed gym. And then I made a joke that girls, gays, and dogs. I'm like, if I could have a gym with girls, gays, and I would literally be so happy. It's become exactly what I wanted it to be. And my sister gave me some games and like old toys to bring in. So then I set up a little kid corner. And now if you come at certain times, like 10 a.m. are really bumping time for the kids. There's kids everywhere. I really thought it was for the parents, and then when the parents started to tell me that, you know, their kids were changing because of the interactions that they were having with the other children, that was like, whoa. Having suffered from anxiety and depression and an eating disorder and addiction and suicidal thoughts, it's obviously like, it's a lot and it's heavy, but the more I find that I talk about my struggles with those things, the more that the people around me are starting to talk about it. And then the next time you see them in class, they're not only getting inspiration from me, they're getting inspiration from that girl who had her story and said what she was doing, and now she's looking at her and like fighting through what she's doing because she's thinking about that. So it becomes so much more than fitness in here. It's about our stories and our barriers and our struggles and our pasts, and trying to just move forward. And I really find that this helps with people's confidence. It's great. It's beautiful. Yeah.